Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, across the country, around the world. Welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. We've taken the Puddle Jumper Mark II, and we're out flying away. Crew report, where are we? Over the grasslands. Cool. So we're actually going to try landing here in the grasslands. Without, ooh, no, I don't want full throttle. I want low throttle. We're going to try landing. We're going to try to make a landing? To bring it down for a landing in the grasslands. And then we'll keep jumping out toward Midlands, Highlands, and the mountains. Let's go ahead and kill the throttle, though. Got a pretty good amount of speed built up there. Go ahead and open the bay. Keep materials. Oh, it's opening that bay too, huh? Keep atmospheric pressure. Keep. Oh, I should have sent a scientist to do this, huh? He could reset things. Oh well. Not the end of the world. We're slowly coming down. Don't stall. Don't just fall out of the sky. Ooh. Slightly rough landing, but not the end of the world. Not horrible. Cool. So now, whoa. Lock the brakes. Crew report. I'm sorry, cancel. Review report. Cool. And beautiful thing about, oh, I should have gone to the other ones. Beautiful thing about crew reports, they transmit for 100%. So, oh, what's our power like? Oh, we're slowly burning power. There we go. Okay, so running the engines will replace power, which is awesome. Let's try transmitting and seeing what happens. Merp. Doesn't work. Okay. So, I think I'm going to have to do this a few times. I'm going to recover this vessel. Oh, X. I'm going to recover this vessel, take off with a scientist. That way I can reset experiments and whatnot and keep doing things as I go. So, back to the spaceplane hangar with you. That'll give us some science, though. There we go. So we got 159. Cool. That gives us a little more. What did Jebediah do? Multiple missions. Researching 200 more science points overall throughout his career. Next. Good value. Next. Done. Close. Alright. So we'll do this again, except that we're going to load in, I think, Bill? Bob. I can't remember. The scientist. No. Bob. I was close. Load Bob Kerman on board because he can do more. Oh, I guess I don't get disability assist with him, do I? I don't think so. Well, we'll see what happens. If we have to attach a probe to it, I don't know where you would or how we would. Anywho, we'll see what happens. Bet if I press T. No operational SAS and no pilots. Cannot engage SAS. Oh, that's annoying. Alright. In that case, then we will revert back to spaceplane hangar. We'll load up Valentina to give her some pilotage experience. And we'll head off to the mountains. Yeah, I think the mountains are a good goal. Oh, no, we don't want to transmit because we'll lose it all. Nope. Anywho, T, brakes. Oh, that's right, the staging. I forgot to reset that in the spaceplane hangar. Ooh. Cool. Alright. So, like I said, we'll take off, flip a Yui, we'll head to the mountains. The mountains are a good place because they're harder to reach. Really? You bounced on that little thing? Okay. Alright, let's see, 50. I think we're going to wait for 60. Oh, that's awesome. A 45-degree climb on half throttle. Although we're losing speed and we're dropping. Oh my. Ooh. Yeah, oh, wow. That's rather impressive. We're going to gain some altitude. Altitude is safety. Alright, so now we are on our way off to the mountains. This might take a while. That's okay. We got the grasslands. I like the ground scatter. I don't know if that's a slight update or just something in the way I'm running it, but before I didn't have trees. Huh. Must have been an option I, like, clicked and didn't even realize it. Nope. Oh, that's weird. It was there and it wasn't. It was there and then it wasn't. 117, that's not bad. We're well below Mach effect, so that's nice for a stable thing. Oh, Valentina's having a great time flying in here. We can see here, the vertical speed, cool. Our altimeter and our radar altimeter, which is helpful to tell you how high you really are off the ground. Otherwise, you can't get that unless you have like MechJeb or something running. As you can see, we've flown around quite a bit. Well, we've flown around for a couple minutes. Barely sipping on the fuel, which is great. That's why eventually SSTOs, single-stage orbit ships are nice, because they talk with sensors, and that'll close the bay. They sip just liquid fuel, no oxidizer, and it's just, yeah, they sip the fuel. It's a little more fuel efficient, so you can take off and start climbing and climb up to, 8,000, 10,000 feet. I'm sorry, meters. Never going to get used to that. And once you get to the right point, air thins out, launch a rocket, and yeah. They sip the fuel. We've barely used, what, 10% of the fuel, if that? So we're going to come down and try to land probably on this little plateau up here. I'm pretty sure I've landed there before. I'm pretty sure that's, quote, mountainous. In the meantime, this guy isn't going to go anywhere. What do we got? Oh, right, we do have these two. Data from space around Kerbin and fly by the moon. Yeah, those will be our next things. Our aviation department's rather proud of Puddle Jumper Mark II. Yeah, I've built this type of this shape, airframe, this style before. They're pretty stable, pretty good at flying. Plenty of control surfaces, which is a big thing. Speed's slowing down a bit. I don't like the air's getting too thin for it. I think it's because we're nosed up just that smidge. So it's, there we go. It was fighting to keep us going up. I don't need to climb that much more. These mountains, well, that looks like it might be about 3,000 feet, but we'll be plenty above that in time. We'll definitely get to a point where we're going too high for this guy to keep breathing. I mean, here we can. I mean, we could slowly get up there. We might run out of. It might stall, actually. I've never actually done that. I've never actually stalled an aircraft, aside from landing that last time. Never really stalled an aircraft and had it just go into a flat spin or something. But you can get to a point where it's not providing you with intake air. So here, oh yeah, here we can see the flow is dropping and the output speed is lowering. So if you actually were to dive, whoa, you see the input should be increasing, output should be increasing as well. But hey, who really wants to do that? Hey, whoa, stop it. Whoa. That was interesting. I don't know why it banked like that. Ooh, oh, little glitchies there. Sometimes when flying and having Eve installed and some of the visual stuff, it doesn't like it. It's not happy with that. So we're over the highlands, which is nice, but I want to wait. I want to get into the mountains. Highlands. Oh, yes, I know. At one point, maybe after this episode that I record, I'll fly around, fly here to the highlands and land, do stuff, to the mountains. Well, I'll do the mountains right now, but there should be... we'll see once we do ScanSat and look at the actual biomes. There should be lowlands, midlands, and highlands, and then mountains. You get all 4 of those, I think, on Kerbin. Honestly, you could explore Kerbin on its own and get lots and lots of science. But it's actually more difficult and honestly tedious to try to get to those locales than it is to actually fly to the moon or to Minmus. Because there, once you get out of the atmosphere here, you can time accelerate, time warp much easier, much more readily. Oh, we're only at 11 minutes. Cool. Ooh, these clouds. Still highlands. Alright. So we're, like I said, we're headed for this little plateau here. We should be just fine. There we go, good. I was hoping to get out of those clouds. I mean, it looks neat, you know, seeing the misty mountains. But I was hoping to get out of those so we could actually see where we were going. Otherwise, oh my. But, like I was saying, there's lots of biomes to explore on Kerbin itself. It's just tedious to get either air-breathing aircraft there, or to get something on a suborbital trajectory to the right place. Eventually, I do like to launch a mission to the 2 poles, the North and South Pole, and I'll try to get to the Badlands on the other side of this ocean here, but they're a little hard to get to sometimes. Alright, so let's see. Coming up on that plateau, so kill the throttle, and now we just coast in. We're going plenty slow enough to launch the parachutes, but if you stop it now, you'll stop and then just drop straight down. So I want to wait till we are over the mountains, which will be here. Report? Oh, no, never mind. Shush. But we should glide fairly well. Ah, there we go. Keep the crew report, because we'll EVA, and we can reset that. I think I like trying to land here, but it's quite a challenge. I'm pretty sure I'll still just hit the parachutes just because. And the parachutes launched, and down we go. Oh dear, it's a little faster than I wanted to go. I think the gear can take it. Brakes, 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 brakes. Where are the brakes? Brakes. Brakes locked in place. Cool. And now we can do all these things. Temperature, mystery goo, material study, atmospheric pressure. You observe. Whoa, 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 whoa. Little judging you silently. Yeah. Keep that. Temperatures are quite literally nominal. From the surroundings. You observe the goo. Keep. Alright, and now I think I can do an EVA report and not disappear. Oh. EVA report. Keep the data. Whoa. Take and store. Board. Oof, that's not terribly happy, is it? And I can do a crew report from the surface now. Crew's assessment of the situation. Awesome. So at this point, I could take off and fly back. That actually might be kind of fun. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to take off and fly back. Here, you can actually watch my takeoff. Once I get going, though, I'll, whoa, actually, hold on, brakes. Close the brakes. Brakes, 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 brakes. I'm going to close all these hatches. You can watch my takeoff, and I'll get going. And then, we can come in for a landing. I got to practice my, my landings anyway. I thought we did that already. Okay. Don't remember closing that, but okay. Anywho, so we'll try taking off here. I think we should be able to. If we need to, we can always whip it around and run downhill. Brakes. Nope. Whoa. Ooh, I thought I was going to rip a wing off there. Oh my. The drop off. Oh, beautiful. She flies beautifully. Oh, that's actually a really nice shot there, isn't it? Oh, that's why I'm like, why are you being so squirrely? Because once you do an EVA, it disables your SAS. Alright, so we're going to get going back toward the Kerbal Space Center, which I believe is that black dot over there. And I'll come in for a landing in a bit. Be back with you guys in just a bit. Alright, so we're headed back to the Kerbal Space Center. I can just make out the runway. I actually physics warped through a lot of that because, hey, once you get going, it's going to, for the most part, it's going to keep going where you want it to go. But I can just make out the runway over there. So we're going to try to land this puppy on the runway. Ooh, y'all. Let's see, camera. Nope. Oh, not. C changes the camera mode, inside or outside. V changes different modes. Free, chase, locked. There we go. Once you are locked, the camera follows the craft, which is kind of awesome. Looks like an old school Top Gun video game. Alright, so we're actually going to start lowering, dropping. I used to fly aircraft. I should know the terminology. Although technically, to fly real aircraft, you would bank more and do more of that stuff, but it doesn't. Anywho, you can futz with the yaw and make it spin around anyway. So it feels like we're coming in a little high and a little fast. This will help us drop a bit more. If you watched my spaceplane video, you know I just missed the runway that time. So this is a much less complex ship. I hope I hit the runway this time. Because I think I have a bit more fine control. And putting it in chase kind of helps a bit. Sorry if that's making anybody sick. Oh, what was that? That was just the KSC loading. Alright, so this looks like we're pretty well lined up on the runway. Thinking I thought that last time with the space plane too, and that didn't really work out, did it? Alright, come on. Ooh, touchy. So now we're just gonna flare. Oh, I flared way too hard there. Oh, now we're gonna come in like a rock. Oh, we'll be on the runway though. Shit. Boop. Well, I'll take that as being, quote, on the runway. I could even brake and, whoa, almost taxi onto the pad. EVA report here. Really? Cool. Board. Brakes. Lock the brakes. Whew. So I landed back at the Kerbal Space Center, and now when I recover I should get full value for this, or nearly full value. Let's see. Like I said, gotta work on my landings just a bit. Alright, we got some more science, that's cool. What did Valentina get? 50 or more research. Acceleration of at least 4 Gs. Really? Wonder when that was. Landing at a high altitude. Mountain lander ribbon. Oh, I think I've seen that one before. So we got some science. We got 98% back because we landed on the runway-ish. And sadly no experience points. She didn't break atmosphere or orbit, so she didn't get anything fancy. Pity. Anywho, we got some science points to spend. What did I want? Choices. You're the little things. You're more... Oh, you're other things. Oh, yeah, other inline things. I think for now, I am going to go with the miniaturization of things. Not critical, but nice to have. To get the initial docking port is kind of nice. And I'm going to go with the advanced flight control, because that'll give us inline stabilizers. Cool. And that's tapped out our research for now. As far as our missions, our things, yep, so scientific data from space around Kerbin and fly by the moon. We could probably tackle 2 of those in the same thing. We got lots of money, so, oops. Oh, I meant to right click, not left click. Sorry. Let's get out of here. Oh, so, what does it cost to upgrade? Orbit visible. Patched conics. So patched conics will help you see where you're going if you're going to run into a moon or something. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade that, which will help. And then contracts 1, and now yes, flight planning. You can do maneuver nodes. This is worth it as well. Plus we can get more contracts, so that's cool. Let's actually look at that. So we got. I don't want to do that. Haul it into orbit. Or into flight. No. Splash down. Test it in flight at the height. That's really slow and low. No. Test the thud. Oh, I like the thud, but no. Orbital and explore the moon. We're going to explore the moon. So we'll take that one as well. It expires never. But we'll take it. I'm kind of surprised. I have in... Let's see, we got to go back. Contract manager. I have tourism. I don't know why it's not doing it, but we should get some at some point. We get tourists, and they'll say, oh, ferry so many tourists to orbit. And those are kind of fun because they're a challenge, extra parts and mass and stuff. Anywho, next episode, I think we will work on sending a ship to orbit with some sciencey bits. Do some more science from orbit here, and now that we have flight planning and patched conics, we can definitely do a flyby of the moon, and possibly Minmus at the same time. I'm not sure. We shall see. Either way, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you like, hit like, etc., etc. Catch you later.